To most people, it was just an ordinary can of Coke. But in Mike's eyes, it was the key to breaking out of prison. In a mere 5 seconds, he chugged down a whopping 22 pounds of Coke, then immediately followed it up with 10,000 picture-perfect push-ups. For the next 3 days and nights, he held it all in, refusing to use the bathroom. As the Coke bubbled and churned in his stomach, Mike made a beeline for the cafeteria and wolfed down a massive pile of KFC. His goal? To projectile vomit all over the warden's shoes during the next inspection. The pissed-off warden, without a second thought, shipped Mike off to the infirmary. But as the nurse was hooking him up to an IV, Mike was clutching his stomach, claiming he was in agonizing pain and needed to use the John ASAP. Not wanting a bed covered in chunks, she had no choice but to send him with an inmate janitor as an escort. Little did she know, this prisoner was one of Mike's partners in crime. Once inside the bathroom, his buddy immediately barricaded the door, buying Mike precious time to dismantle his escape gear. Under his pal's cover, Mike swiftly pried open the panel behind the throne. After the duo slipped into the wall pipes, they reassembled the metal box they had removed earlier. The two then snuck into the prison storage room and hauled out a casket board they had previously rigged up. After securely attaching it to the undercarriage of the prison van, they crawled inside. But just when they thought they were home free, the guards suddenly launched a routine sweep. For 3 days straight, they combed every nook and cranny but failed to detect anything fishy. It wasn't until the van rolled into a gas station that the pair calmly emerged from beneath the coffin, hopped into a waiting Rolls-Royce, and made their getaway. What seemed like just another prison break was actually the beginning of a heist that would rock the nation. Meanwhile, back at the big house, Mike's accomplices deliberately staged a riot to create a diversion. Guards tried to quash the uprising but were swiftly overpowered one by one. The warden, completely in the dark, had no choice but to order a lockdown of all exits. Inside, inmates used their mitts to smear ketchup on security cameras and covered all windows with tin foil and metal trays. Thinking they were plotting a mass breakout, the warden urgently called for backup. At that very moment, Mike had already kicked off the next phase of his master plan. They blew up the racetrack's central control system, tricking the manager into thinking it was an equipment malfunction. With all bettors forced to wager in cash, the vault rapidly filled to the brim with bills. The duo, posing as maintenance workers, then slipped into the track's underground tunnels. All they had to do was break through the wall leading to the vault, and they could siphon out all the bling via the pipes. But that's when things took an unexpected turn.